Quick way to get some multi-monitor support on the Kubuntu Desktop is to add the widget over here, and it's called Display Configuration. So you can just hold this down and drag it onto your desktop. We have two of them on there now, but we'll remove one. So to remove a widget, all you have to do is hold down in some empty space of the widget or near the border, and until this pops out, and then you can click the little trash can down here, lower right. You can also move it this way. If you don't want to delete it or you don't want to move it, then you can just click off of it. You can also right click on the widget and you can remove it that way as well. But this is how we can change the display screens. So if we want to move everything over to screen number 2, we would click this first option here, which shows an X on the first screen. That's going to be your main monitor, and then it shows the secondary screen, the screen behind that, as being active, which means that's going to send everything to the second monitor and turn the first monitor off. The second one says switch to laptop screen, but that really means switch to your primary screen. So in this case we're on a desktop, so it's going to turn off our secondary monitor and switch everything over from the desktop. It's going to transfer everything over to the first monitor, the primary monitor. And then we have the option to unify outputs. Let's see, let's try that. Yeah, so that would just create, let's see if it keeps the refresh rate. Yeah, 120. And then 100. So that unify outputs is cloning. And then we have extend to the left. And extend to the right, which that just sets up which way the monitor is. So if you have a secondary monitor and it's to the right, then you're going to want to click extend to the right, and then your mouse cursor will go off the right side of your primary monitor and then onto your secondary monitor. If you have your monitor on the left side, then you see the cursor can no longer go off on the right side, so it's got to go to the secondary monitor from the left side. In this case, we have the secondary monitor to the right, so we're going to click this last option here, extend to the right, and that way our brain can process stuff a little bit better if we were trying to go across to the second screen. I don't know if OBS is going to show both of these screens, but if you're on 1080p, that's going to be crazy resolution. You're not going to see it all very good because it's going to be like, what would that be, like 6K? 6K worth of pixels. Alright, so that's the screen layout, or what is called on the widgets. It's called Display Configuration Widget in the Kubuntu operating system, and you can put that on your Kubuntu Desktop to help make switching between displays a lot quicker. And this is similar to what Windows has. Windows has a similar feature where you can do the same thing. You can click a button and it will switch displays, and it will turn one display off and switch everything over to the other display. And then that way you don't have to go into settings and then disable the monitor, and this is just a much quicker way to do it. If you're going to be using the display again or a little bit later, then you can just use this method to switch back and forth between screens, go from cloning to extended screen, things like that.